I want to just mention I was very bullish earlier in the week, and we were like 26 and a
I
half
was
over
too.
here.
I'm in your camp.
And
I lost.
I
Me
lost.
too.
But,
I had it on yes.
I had it on yes. I thought it was going to go. And then by the time it was on yes, I was like, I could pick up some liquidity, but I'll just hold my bet. Maybe something will happen good overnight. Yeah, so Stacks Markets, we have live prediction markets for those that don't know on Stacks Markets.
Actual betting.
Live prediction market on Bitcoin produced by Ice himself and his crew. Oh, I think he might have dropped out. Hold on a second. I got two occurrences of Ice. Hold on a minute.
So this is ICE's platform.
Yes,
this is ICE's platform. Dude has been building on this for like
amazing. Amazing.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what my system decides to just do these things.
The agent you don't have, brother.
The agent I don't have. That's exactly why I need one. Yeah, Jim, we opened this a few weeks ago. It's working amazing.
This is sick.
We're having a bunch of different predictions. Financials, stacks, and Bitcoin, and oil, gold. A bunch of stuff. Sports, soccer, baseball. We've had a bunch, and incredibly, even though with this market conditions, we already have 70,000. Stacks volume. That's pretty decent.
Wow, dude. And so people just create these themselves?
No. At this point, we did it very contained. We wanted to we a difference to maybe some other projects. We wanted to be out there and just test the market. Let's test how it goes. Let's break things and we fix them as we go. And that's what we did. We launched it. So we had to launch it contained. And basically we create the markets. We add the liquidity. We don't obviously with volume now. We are liquidity position usually has been negative at the end of each event. So obviously we don't want to. Users or people to be participating in that sense, but just in the prediction. And little by little, every week we're doing updates. We're improving the user experience. And so far, not a single bad claim or errors on the contract level. Everyone's been able to claim absolutely all the markets. So it's been great, man. It's an ongoing process, but it's been great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool stuff. I mean, this was very. You guys did it scrappy. That's what I was. It's the coolest part of it to me is how you guys actually went with the plan and just kind of we're going to do this. We're going to build it out. I know it took a while to get a functioning product, but man, it's definitely growing rapidly now, isn't it? Just like everything else these days.
It's so clean.
Crazy.
It is so clean. Very, very easy to go buy your yes or no shares or market. I love some of my favorite markets that I've seen are sports related, which makes a lot of sense. That's how other prediction markets look. They have a lot of sports centric stuff on it. They have a wide variety of different talking points being used as prediction markets. So I mean it's a full-fledged market, man. It's awesome.
Yeah. I've got a request.
What's that request? Let us know.
You hear me, guys? I think I'm.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Stakes market prediction. Is Munib going to show up at the Stakes town hall?
We'll show up and we'll have technical difficulties and be unable to speak more than a couple of lines. The better market is, VP and I were coming up with the better market is, will Kyle Ellicott call Rubis again?
Got about 40 minutes here. No, we can spin up one of these markets, dude.
That's quite a good incentive mechanism. It's quite a good way to light a fire under somebody, isn't it?
So, Peace, what you want to know? Shall we do again the high low for next week?
I think the high low is a great like static market.
It is.
And maybe once we, we're all heads down building, but I'm getting a little bit closer to having a stable platform and a little bit more of a defined roadmap for what we're doing on DeOrganized. So I'll be definitely spending a lot of time building out that stuff, but I can also spend a little bit more time thinking about or maybe even engaging with our audience about, some ideas for markets maybe or stuff like that. So, but I definitely think the over under at this point.
So we're at a 2473. What should the mark be? 0.25 over
25 and a half.
Yeah, I think
25 and a half. What you all think?
25 and a half seems like a decent pump from where we're at. So we get it's about 2% up from where we're at. So that's kind of that's where we were at last time, right? We were very, very close to it. We had a drawdown, a pretty down. Do we want to do like a wider range or stick to our guns?
I think around 25 and a half will probably be a good middle point. Obviously, we want to start the predictions as much as we can on a 50-50. Most of the times, because it gives more room for people to have each side. If let's imagine we say 27, then we would have to start at like a 1585, and then there's it's a little bit more complicated to get more people playing because it's too lopsided. So
what if we did a 3 option one where it's a range between 25 and 26, or below 25 or above 26? Is that too?
Yeah, we could do a range. Will stacks close within a range of 25 and 26 as an example for next week? Or obviously the no would be over 26 and under 25.
I would
do that too.
Can we do 3 options where it's in the range, below the range, or above the range?
We could, but it's binary markets, so it would be, let's say, yes within the range, no up, over or under, and then if we wanted to have a separate market, then we could create a separate market. One of the things we're updating.
That's too much. That doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be multiple markets, but you don't have right now. You guys are just binary.
One of the updates we're working on, it's a ladder. It's still binary, but the ladder is just all UIX, and you can let's say do the 25, 26, 27, and we can put a lot of levels, and it's a ladder within the same market. So then let's say you can go and predict 2 or 3 or 4 choices. It's kind of what Polymarket has. So we're working on that one. So that should be for April's update. But yes, for now it's just binary. So it's either one thing or the other. We could not have 3. For having 3, we'd have to have 2 markets or 3 markets. Let's say that combine the solutions.
I like it, man. I like it. And honestly, whatever markets, I'm going to leave GP and Hannah in charge of what markets they're going to. I'm going to let GP and Hannah back.
Guys, what you want? Would you like a high low from 0.25? Would you like a range from 25 to 26? What you prefer?
Let's stick to our guns and kind of coordinate the later on. Let's do high low and go like, are we gonna above 25 5? Let's stick to that one this week, and then we'll get on the timeline, see what the price action.
You guys want to have 2 markets for next week?
Yeah, dude.
We'll push.
I'm thinking it might be a good idea to ideas. Yeah, for sure.
Because we could have the high low 25 and a half, and then we can have a second market with a range of 25 to 26. if you guys want. I don't know. So
Yeah.
we can have two markets. You know,
Let's do it.
two the organized sponsor markets.
I think it would be a good educational tool for the consumer to see the difference and how they turned out and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's
sure.
good content for us to put out there as well.
Also, you know what's going to be
And we-
interesting? Look at the how those two odds will drift. You will see them when they're getting closer to the 26 or closer to the 25 or under. You will see both of them moving a little bit different, and the combination
Yep.
of those odds will give you information. That's like what people are thinking will be combos of those two markets. So it's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do that. I'll start right now. I'll create the first one right now while we're
Let's
talking,
go.
and then the second one. So
Awesome.
let's keep on the convo, and I'll do it right now, and I'll tell you when it's ready. So
Perfect.
it'll take me probably maybe 2-3 minutes. So just bear with me. I'll mute myself here. You guys continue, and I'll be ready in a couple minutes.
All right. If only we had something else to talk about. Oh, I know what we could talk about. Jim, you see here what's on the screen right now? Oh, hold on a minute.
Da, 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 da.
Jim.
Hey,
Da-da-da-da-da.
yes. Yeah, so Xstrata is it's funny because I was just explaining to someone before, because I'm just still using the public API on Hero. So I think every time I talk about this in this sort of forum, if more than sort of 5 people turn up, I think it will fall over. Because really Xstrata, what I'm trying to build here is just the infrastructure. I'm just trying to build a really, really good way of getting data onto the Stacks chain cheaply and efficiently in a deterministic way, so it can be reformed. And all of this is really just my going through the process of putting together SDKs so that people know how they can set up their own marketplaces and their own whatever, and again, because I'm in the crypto space, I'm always sort of having to fall into this trap where I have to pitch it at the people like NFTs, whereas really this is more about ordinals, so if people who've been in Stacks for a long time, we had inscriptions. They came out and a few sort of cycles ago, and there was one particularly that I was working with called S Ordinals, which was great. I think they're the guys now. They're now working on a Signa, and they've got they're doing some really cool stuff, and they just couldn't really support S Ordinals anymore. And I was on their case for the last 18 months, saying, guys, I need this to work so that I can port ordinals back to where it's meant to be, which is on layer 2, having learned how to do things properly with layer 1 and to anchor everything to layer 1. And it just didn't really happen. So that was what set me down that road of going, can I rebuild something like that myself, but that is specifically aimed at recursion. It's not aimed at NFTs. It's aimed at being a platform for applications, for recursive applications and things like ordinals. Just to create my vision for ordinals was to have a digital audio workstation like Logic or Ableton that it just exists on chain. So whenever you're collaborating with someone or pressing save, it's like it's a ledger save. So instead of it just sort of disappearing into the ether, who did what, all becomes part of the ledger. And so you actually in the end up with this single source of truth, which publishers these days in the real world, music publishers struggle with. Not music publishers, performing rights organizations. What they struggle with is a single source of truth. There is no single source of truth.
Right.
A song goes out and it's just a mess. From the second you handed it over to anybody, it's a mess, and it only gets messier the more popular it is. And it's like, finally, with this technology, we can have the song can be the single source of truth. A performing rights organization can literally query the song and say who did what, how they pay it out. There probably will still need to be lawyers there, but it takes out 90% of the inefficiencies that just destroy the music industry these days. It takes all of that guesswork away and the need for lawyers, and then you need more lawyers because otherwise they're going to win and they're going to get the money, and all this sort of stuff can go away when the song can just say, I have a full history of who did what. Once everyone's working in this on-chain environment, of course, but it's like this shared hard drive. But now with things like X402, we've now got, because I have now on the site, I've implemented, if you go down to the marketplace, I think is on, if you click market at the top, go to the top and click market, I think. Yeah, marketplace top right.
Oh, yeah.
if you click that, and then you might have to, oh, it has expanded. So I've put, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see you can buy, there's some, you can list, you can trade in USDC, you can trade in SBTC. So I've started implementing these things, and then I'm also starting, looking for ways to implement X402 in a way that will actually be able to start doing something which I've been personally working on for maybe 15 years since I started this mission to get people, to get musicians to understand what sovereignty was, what real sovereignty actually meant. Not the feeling of sovereignty or the mirage of sovereignty, but actual sovereignty, actually never letting go of your rights. And 15 years ago, I was starting to go down this road of trying to raise money to help educate musicians to have their own servers, just so they could gate their own server and say, I don't hand my music over, my masters stay here, people have to come into my server. It was such a complicated way, but it was the only way I could see. And then obviously crypto came along, and then I got wound up into all of that, and then I thought, okay, there's going to be an answer here somewhere, sometime. And now finally I feel like we're kind of here. It took the lessons learned from ordinals to go, okay, ordinals showed us that there is massive demand for this kind of data storage, data that is on chain. But now Stacks is what's going to then say, okay, and here it is 1,000 times cheaper, 100 times faster, and it's programmable, and suddenly this is where we can make it work. And I can get rich data on it. Like I said, this contract will do 32 megabytes. The next one, it'll be able to do 64, and it's like, it'll be, so now you can have full vocal stems, whatever you want, like your full studio setup can go on chain. Full vocal stem, it's probably is going to cost you, it's like 70 megabytes, probably going to cost you $5 or something. But you imagine something like that on Bitcoin, that for a full WAV, resolution stem for 4 megabytes now, the current cost is around about $1. You can see I'm doing a free mint there. I've got that free mint there just to sort of test out again a free mint contract. Of course, there's no such thing as a free mint. I learned this back in 2021 when we were giving away these Fatboy Slim, songs that we'd minted on Stacks. Very early, one of the first collection on Stacks probably. And I'm trying to hand these things out, but nobody could get them. You could just come onto our site and mint it, but obviously you needed the gas. And so we have all these people flooding in, and I'm sending people like 1 cent. And I've never had so much gratitude for so little, because I'm sending them 1 cent because that's what I needed. It was a free mint. So all I needed to do was have 1 cent so they could have the gas and they could mint that. And so I'm sort of doing the same thing here. So the cheapest I can get that with all the fees is down to about 0.003 stacks. So it's like, much less than a cent. So it's as close to free as it can get, but that's for inscribing data on chain, that's exciting to me as a builder. I know it's not exciting to like the degens necessarily who just see big money, but I just see productivity and
so my definition of degen is different than some people's definition of degen. And I know it generally means somebody who's aped into something without really paying attention and lost money in crypto is the general understanding, but I like to think it stands for, it's a shortenized version of decentralized generation, which is stemming from our generation, Jim. We are Xers.
Okay.
So decentralized generation. So I think that what you're building is exactly right for the shout out, welcome, Tycho. Tycho is joining us to talk to us a little bit about Zest V2, and he's having some personal emergencies this morning, so I hope everything's okay, sir.
No, good. Everything going well. Can you hear me? Just a quick check.
Yeah, loud and clear.
You can.
Loud and clear, sir. Jim.
So, Jim,
that's great.
Real quick, I just want to clarify what you're working on, Jim, is basically data inscription on chain on Stacks.
Yeah, and it's built for recursion, so recursion is super simple. But yeah, it's basically just porting what we learned from ordinals really, but into a much more productive, cheaper, faster environment where where we can really do what we're talking about without having to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars to do the things that normal musicians need to do. There's just no help to musicians having to spend lots of money on this stuff.
And you're building a decentralized, collaborative music production suite of tools, essentially.
I've built Xstrata so that I can do that. Unfortunately, now I need to kind of concentrate on making sure that Xstrata, the underlying inscription protocol, is everything it needs to be, and then I can basically be the first customer. If you click inscribe at the top of the page again, where it says inscribe in orange, this is really what Xstrata should be. It should just be this. There shouldn't be any of that. Those NFTs and those marketplaces, again, that's just me trying to say to people, here's what you can do.
Yeah.
This is what it really should be. It's just, here's where you start this recursive, journey. Start building an application. People will access it through these other means, but really it's infrastructure. I'm going to try and do some stuff I've been talking to Sam at Lab, going to start trying to, they're doing some stuff. It's infrastructure. This is supposed to be like build some applications, work out what would make a good Web3 app, and then build it here, and then see what you can do with it. That's
Bro, this is definitely awesome, and I am looking forward to chatting more with you about it. I understand you're actually going to be going live with some of this stuff later on today on the Bitcoin Live Network.
I am. I've just got to remember. I've got a refresher about how to use Restream, all these things. It's been a while, but I'm going to bring back the Ordinals show just to sort of show Xstrata really, and just sort of go through it. So I'll be doing a demo probably in around 9 hours or something.
Awesome stuff, man.
I remember one time we went to bed and you were grinding on Ordinals, and we woke up and
next morning I was like, oh, live. Jim's still going.
I had a big audience that night, and it was kind of exciting. So I just kind of felt I'm just going to keep going if people are still listening. I went for about 24 hours. It won't be one of those.
Sounds like Buddy likes Ordinals too.
Yeah, Buddy loves Ordinals, and he also knows.
I'm on there.
Talk about Zest V2. GP, I wonder if it's actually better to have you walk through.
Yeah, we can go through Zest V2. I'll pull up my screen and I'll add some liquidity. I'll supply some SDX to it. Show people how to
walk us through. So, Tycho, man, I know you've been cranking on this for a while. And I'm really interested to see like the full iteration version of V2. So GP, why don't you bring that up? And we'll for those that don't know, Tycho is the one of the founders of Zest Protocol, or the founder of Zest Protocol, and one of the principals at Stacking DAO as well. Plus, he has a couple of other projects, Treasury and other things going on. Really, a man about town, so to speak. How are you today, man?
Yeah, doing great. It's nice to be here, with you guys, chat a bit about everything that we've been up to. But yeah, great to see you. Good to see you, 300, and see GP here as well. Of course, Peace Love Music. Good to see you too, and Jim. And I see Ice Arcto PC. I don't know. I don't think we met before. But,
we have not yet.
Just waving to the Anon character from here.
Wow, we're bringing together.
A place for you to meet. What a place for you guys to meet.
A pleasure to meet you, Tycho. Big fan.
Awesome. Yeah, it's Ice is actually Ice is the builder of StacksMarket.app, which is a prediction markets built on Stacks on Bitcoin. And actually he's producing a new market today. We're actually doing
it's done. You can go and check it out. It only took, as I told you, it was going to take me 2-3 minutes to create. They're there.
I love it.
You have them.
Nice.
So, GP, why don't you tell us, what is Zest Protocol?
Yeah, so Zest Protocol is the premier borrowing and lending platform on Bitcoin via Stacks. So you can go to Zest and earn some really based APYs for buying your assets, and then you can collateralize them and then, borrow stables against your positions and go and buy the dip, or go provide on Bitflow. There's a lot that you can do. There's a lot of opportunity in Zest. So I'll get started by kind of just connecting people to process. First things first, you want to have a wallet. I have a leather wallet. It's the one that I usually use. So I'll go ahead and connect my wallet here. Got some STX that I want to supply right now. And as you can see, I already have a position open. When you borrow against your position, this position status bar pops up, and it'll let you know the health factor of your loan, where your LTV is, where you're at risk, and all of the above. So my open position at the moment, I supplied SBTC and borrowed some USDC against it. So this is my open position. I'm going to go ahead and I've got some stacks just sitting here idle in my wallet. Why not supply it and start earning, a little bit of APY on top? It's just sitting there. So I'm going to put it to work. I'm going to click supply. I'm going to go ahead and max it out. I'll take just a little bit off of this just for gas purposes. Save it for later. Let's do 700 STX, and I'll supply here and approve it right here in my wallet. It's got a very, very nice UI here. It'll tell you whenever your transaction is in progress. You go and click here and view it in Hero Explorer. But if you just stick around for just a moment, boom, you'll see the oranges, and it'll let you know that you have supplied directly. So very, very easy to come to Zest and put your assets to work and to collateralize your assets.
Dude, this
Easy like ABC.
I love the amount of information in this interface and how much it gives you as far as making sure you know your position's healthy, how much risk you got, and scenarios too. So man, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool too, because with Zest V2 there are a few different options, as well as different risk categories for each different asset that you supply. So there is a dynamic relationship between each pair. Say for SBTC and USDC, there's a different LTV for that position versus STX, and you borrow USDC against it, you're going to have a different LTV. So you've got different options there, and then as well as like if you are into only backing your position, right? You don't want any type of rehypothecation taking place, and you have that option, right? You can go and supply your SBTC and opt out of rehypothecation and only back your position. Rehypothecation is not automatically bad, right? It's good for capital efficiency and getting the most bang for your buck, so to speak. But what'd you say?
You get more yield that way.
Right, you get more yield. If your assets are rehypothecated. If you are someone that is less averse and you want that option, it is there for you now. So it's really cool. I think Zest V2 is very, very clean, and
I got a question, GP.
It's been a lot of fun together.
The hyper say what does that mean? The hyper what?
Hypothecation.
My tongue is twisted.
It is a tongue.
That's when you want to go to hyperspace.
We're going into the advanced features here.
Tycho, why don't you explain to Hunter what rehypothecation is?
Yeah, I want to tell my grandma about Zest. So the word rehypothecation kind of killed me.
Yeah. No, I think GP is really on a roll. So I think everything's going super well. But I guess maybe just really briefly, yeah. So basically, you can do two things with SBTC. Right? You can either supply it where it's collateral, but also other people can borrow it, or you can flick a switch and then no one can borrow your collateral, basically. And that will mean that you lose out on a bit of yield. But with SBTC, there's not a lot of borrowing going on today, so that's like a small trade-off, right? But specifically for Bitcoin, we basically elevated it as an asset, right? To give it like this kind of unique position in the Zest market, where you can say, hey, my Bitcoin, I just want to keep it in a in a separate drawer, right? Not in the main drawer where all the other coins go, but in a separate one.
More options in the marketplace, based on your risk profile. If you have a higher risk tolerance, you want to go after that yield, you can actually do that. If you have a lower risk tolerance, you can still earn some yield using your BTC as collateral, but you're not going to earn as much, but you're mitigating some of that risk.
Guys, do you mind if I ask a couple questions? And it's a great time to
You don't have to ask questions on.
No,
your,
I do not know that, so I need to get to know it, and I just want to understand the big picture. Is it to you place your assets and get a yield? Is it to to request and have loans and collaterals? Do you mind GP or Tycho? Maybe you can run me. I'm currently at this prices on stacks. 24, 25. I'm thinking about coming in with a pretty decent amount now. So why not? Let me give me the run. What's CEST about, and what do we want to do here?
Yeah, I think super. Are you familiar with Aave?
I am so sorry. I am not. I apologize.
Okay, that doesn't matter. I mean, that just means where I will start the explanation from, right? So, maybe just super quick rundown, right? Like why Zest Protocol? So Zest Protocol is like the largest DeFi protocol on Stacks, and it's basically like the hub for borrowing and lending on Stacks, right? So you come to Zest Protocol, then you'll see, under the assets to supply, you see like your entire wallet balance of which assets you have, and then you can put those on the protocol to earn yields, right? To earn the yield amounts that are stated there. And then when you put them in, then they can serve as collateral, and you can essentially, borrow other tokens that are available. So it's kind of that, liquidity borrow lend hub on Stacks.
Is there an option to stake as an example SBTC or BTC and then earn while you also have it as a collateral? Not really.
Exactly. That's exactly what it does. So where you see all these numbers right here, right? Yes. I'm not sure who's sharing the screen, but they're going over the numbers right now. Those are the yield numbers that you earn on those assets, right? And then you can also borrow against it on the other side. And then if you look at the percentages under assets to borrow, right, where the mouse is hovering right now, that is the cost that it costs to borrow those assets. So say if you supply SBTC, you earn 3%. And if you then want to borrow USDC, you only pay 1%. So you're actually making 2% for borrowing USDC.
Wonderful. What about security? What about how do you how is it managed? Is it all in the pool? Is it a contract? Is it trustless? Is it in the level of I'm interacting with a contract and it's the contract who holds the monies, or how does it work in that sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So essentially, it's a smart contract based application, right? So also like us founders of Zest Protocol, or builders of the UI, like we are not able to touch the funds, so they sit in smart contracts. Those smart contracts are obviously audited, right, by the same auditors that audited the entire Stacks chain, right? So the smart contracts have had the same treatment from an audit perspective as the Stacks blockchain, and yeah, but of course, like there's no free lunch, right? There's this yield to be earned through lending and borrowing, right? And that of course involves like some level of risk that I think everyone should make their own thoughts up about whether they're comfortable with that.
So I guess when you turn on and off the being able to use that collateral, then you're changing smart contracts. There's a command that you're basically taking out of this pot and putting into this other pot. I presume there's a smart contract change when that happens, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're really getting onto the core of this, rehypothecation or no rehypothecation feature that Zest Protocol v2 has, right? So someone actually asked on Twitter if I could explain, like they're 5, right? Like explain like I'm 5, what this means, right? And the explanation, I gave it to Claude because I was like, okay, I have a lot of things to do. And Claude then came up with the great explanation of rehypothecation for a 5-year-old, which is like, if you want to borrow against assets normally, you put them in the big pool. Whereas if you choose to not rehypothecate your assets, then they go in a separate drawer, right? They are held in a different smart contract where essentially they're kept safe while you're borrowing on the platform.
But this is wonderful. This is great. Thank you, Tycho. Appreciate it.
Awesome stuff. Guys, thank you so much for joining. We are actually, the Game Master is on his way up from the underworld now to play some Find2Earn rounds with us. We will be back momentarily, but thank you so much for joining us today. Jim.btc, I love what you're working on, brother. Really excited. I'm a music guy. I'm an Ordinals Bitcoin guy, and I'm excited about what you're working on. Tycho, man, Zest V2 looks awesome.
Yeah, can I say one more thing, or do we have to go?
No, you can definitely, of course.
Okay, amazing. No, I just wanna, I mean, it's been very exciting the past couple of weeks. I mean, Zest V2 has been live for 3 weeks now. You can see it's already almost at 70 million TVL, which is like, very grateful for the community, right? Very grateful for all of you guys for your support here. Almost 700 SBTC, and also for the first time broke $20 million of stable coins on Zest protocol. Wow. So, DeFi on Stacks is really
amazing,
really about to get started in a big way. And just very grateful for your support, and excited to come back here in the coming weeks to talk more about updates and how it's going.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, if you guys are looking to, if you're sitting on a little bit of Bitcoin or some Stacks tokens, USDC, even some USD, you can just bring it into USDC and make some money on Zest right now, just lending it out and or just collateralizing it. And great stuff happening at Zest. Also, guys, there's a new Stacks market up for the week, sponsored by DeOrganized. Thank you again, Ice, for making it.
Our pleasure.
Always a great time, guys, and I really do like this new format. Once a week, I think it gives us a little bit more of we can get a little bit more different voices together at one time, and I think it makes for a more interesting conversation. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. By the way, you don't have to leave. If you're busy and you have to go, that's fine. But we will be back momentarily with the Game Master to play some Find2Earn rounds, so don't go away. After a quick word from our amazing sponsors at Bitflow. It is time. The Game Master has arrived in his true form. How are you today, sir?
GMG Mortals, as eternal as ever. Let the hunt begin.
Respect.
Okay, I just dropped you the picture.
All right, drop it in. Guys, these games are played on the Skullcoin Studio page on X. That's at Skullcoin BTC on X. But we do cover these rounds live every Friday morning at 9:45 a.m. And you get an advantage by tuning in live, either on our X account or now live right on the DeOrganized.com homepage. You can tune in live to all of our stuff every day. Right now it's just once a week, but it'll be back to every day, I promise, at some point. And we're going to go over to the Skullcoin page right now on X. And I'm going to actually first find the image for the starting location.
Yo, does it look like I'm in the same room with the Game Master? Check the screens are blending.
That is, yeah, you are. You guys look like you're right next to each other. How did you do that? Which one of you is a wizard? The answer is that they're both.
Let's go. Okay. Let's play.
Wait, we're not playing the DP game yet. Oh, we got a Bitcoin Pepe round. Look at that dapper Pepe. He definitely fits in with the Bitcoin.
They're blinders.
Is that Mark? Is that Killer Mark right there? I think it is.
He is dressed like Mark. I ain't gonna lie. Mark is a fly guy.
Yeah.
Mark is on point. So This game, you're going to be looking for the Jeep in front of the little fence. I got some brick houses, but they look like they're all brick and stone, so that might not be an easy clue to differentiate. Little bit of an awkward end of the street. It might be a dead end. It might not be. We'll have to find out. This game is launching on the Skullcoin BTC page on X in just a moment. By the way, guys, our hunters who play these games. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on a minute. What's up, Perp Toshi? In my timeline. All right, so we're on the Skullcoin page on X, and these games will launch momentarily, guys. The first rule is, by the way, you must like and repost the live stream. Make sure you like and repost the live stream. And I'm giving so much FaceTime to Perp Toshi today. Unintended. I love the guy, by the way. Just so you know, he's a good dude. Shout out. Everything's freezing. I got too many tabs, guys. I got too many tabs. All right. No? All right. Let's see what we're doing here. There we go. All right. So we're on the Skullcoin BTC page, and we are waiting patiently for Peace to get his stuff together. Who wants to do a countdown?
Make countdown. Let's go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on, Skan. Jacob.
Andiamo. Gicolo. Exu. Najime.
Hey, let's go.
Hajime.
Jacob.
Hello. Diamo.
Okay, so guys, these games are played on the Skullcoin page, and then you click the link, and that'll open it up in Google Maps. This is the starting location, and again, we're going to be looking for this image somewhere in Street View on this map. Yellow guy will drop you in, and we're looking for that Jeep. Don't see it immediately. I think I went the wrong way. Isaac probably already found it. Still looking for the Jeep. Still looking for the Jeep. Oh. Buddy's excited. He thinks I'm going to win. Let's see. Do we have a Jeep? Do we have a Jeep? We don't. Oh, he's mad.
Okay, we have two players who found. It's Sir Kunilingus and Nolofin BTC. Nolofin was the first. Let's go.
One thing was the first. Hey, let's go.
GG's, guys.
Good trying, Sir Cunnilingus.
Let's go.
And we play two more games, one Leo and one jackpot. Okay, we play the Leo game will be for whitelist.
Oh, whitelist Leo game. If you guys want to be on the whitelist next week, you got to message or comment under the game rounds on the Skullcoin page so that the Game Master can get your ID and we can add you to the whitelist.
Okay, let's go. We're ready.
All right, we are ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Jekalo.
Andiamo.
Ikzu. Hajime. All right. Guys, remember, again, like and repost the game rounds. You must like and repost the game rounds. Or your game, if you are the first one to find the location, You will lose your prize if you did not like and repost the game round, if you did not share out the live stream. And again, I want to remind everybody that these games are now live at DeOrganized.com. You don't even have to be on X. You can be on X on the Skullcoin page and be watching in a browser on DeOrganized.com. As of right now, you don't even have to log in to watch.
Treasure hunt live. Skull coin flame. Game master calls. Remember the name. Boost tax payout. Instant and real. BNS identity. You own the seal. DeOrganized. Find2Earn the game.
Okay, we have a lot of players who find it. Okay, I need BTC was the first.
I
I'm
mean,
glad.
I think I found it, but I don't see. Was the oil barrel there?
No, just a sign.
All right, so this is it. I did find it. So I'm gonna just to show everybody how when you find the location, you click share, you click copy link, you go back to the Skullcoin page, and then you post your link in the comments below the game. And I obviously had actually.
Okay, let's wait 1 minute, everyone get back and we play last game for today.
All right, jackpot round coming up. Good. I need. Sir Cunnilingus is coming in. Sir Cunnilingus is getting licked 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
Turns out his fair
Hey.
play.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, guys, get back.
Okay, let's play the jackpot. Can you count down?
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Andiamo,
Let's
let's go.
It's open
You
round,
see.
everyone can play.
Oh, Johnny's got the American flag going. He's all USA. Let's go.
Aye, Captain.
Oh, I did it too soon.
Let's go. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, hunters. Make sure you like and repost the game round. Make sure you share out the live stream.
Whole of town is begun.
And if you have not yet, head over to DeOrganized.com, connect your Stacks wallet, set up your account. And if you do spaces or shows or live streams or make content in any way, you might want to upgrade to a free creator account. They are free. We're just not forcing every user to have a creator account. They may not need the tools. So what am I looking for? This wooden house. Where am I? See that anywhere? Let's see.
Treasure hunt live. Find2Earn zone. Skull coin rising. Fight for the throne. Game master watching. Reading your speech.
Jackpot round.
With your BNS ID, you were born to compete. Stacks ready. Prizes deployed. Track the map. No time to avoid. Street view sniper.
This is an interesting building.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, this is a very defensible position. I like it. Schlossbergdorf.
And like Switzerland is a nice place to just walk around. It's
Yeah.
very green.
Oh.
Oh, you're in marketplace, nice.
That guy's sneaking up on me. Oh, I don't even need to go to Switzerland to check out the artifacts. They're all right here. I can just go to Google. What are those boots? They're ancient boots.
Yeah.
All right, so that's not where the cottage is or whatever. Let's see.
DeOrganized. Find2Earn the game.
Oh, they got
So right now I'm in vibe coding, making better front end for Strike. The goal to test it with the just one PvE game versus boss. And so if people will leave the feedback, it's nice, it's a fun, they will say like the interface is very cool, we'll scale it and add the PvP, so the player versus player. But we need to make it like tutorial to get people understanding how to play the game. And so the development is ongoing. Because we have some struggle, we have to change some of developer to another one, and now I'm helping them, so we are building this together. And I'm study vibe coding. It's really the very cool thing with like ChatGPT 5.04 with like new last updates. It's very strong,
Yeah,
and it helps a lot.
there's a lot you can do with these tools now, man. We've been building some really interesting things with the new website.
Yeah.
I'm excited about. So, what's the? Do you have a link for us to try out, Strike?
No, I prefer to show the last version because it's a games. It's better if you see like the good product.
Sure. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but we have some struggle with like changing the people, changing the dev, because it's not easy sometimes to develop such things. But we never give up, and we will reach our goal.
We'll talk offline about that because I might be able to. I have a little bit more of an understanding on how some of that stuff works now, so I might even be able to help you out. Some idea wise, but awesome stuff, man. Love it. Love what you're working on. Love what you're doing. We don't have a winner yet, do we?
Yeah, we have a winner. It's LISTX. Congrats, she's a winner.
Oh, let's go, Fruity Patchouli.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, so when we finish the strike, it means like we will test the connection between strike and Find2Earn, and we will ask like if people want to play the Find2Earn, because the idea was very simple. Like if you are like airdrop hunter, treasure hunter, it means like you can find location, and make a fight and win some like money or win like some NFTs. But if you are like rich person and you don't want to like go to Google Maps, spend your time, you can pay for the raid. So you will have the choice between the pay for the raid, like Staxes, BTC, Skullcoin, doesn't matter, any currency, or you have to work on your back, like to find locations. And we will find the balance between these two ideas approach. Okay, Congrats everyone. GG. We have 3 winners.
Awesome stuff, Zenny. I'm really excited about it. Love what you're doing with Find2Earn, and excited about Strike development. We've been watching it for a while, and all sorts of stuff that you're working on. So we are excited about that. I thought we were going to get a quick goodbye to Jim. I saw him pop in, but I'm not sure if he was expecting to pop in or not. But yeah, guys, awesome stuff. We will actually be taking a brief intermission. We'll be back at 10:30 with Hero Gamer to do.
Yeah, I will join. See you, everyone.
Oh, awesome. We would love to have you. Everyone's welcome. Anyone that wants to join, by the way, DM me on a GP. We'll get to the link. We'll get you in. And that's at 10:30. And really excited about what's coming from Zenitron and Skullcoin. Huge shout out again to Tycho, Jim.btc, ISAR, 300 and GP for always showing up and being the most reliable duo in the ecosystem, really. Huge shout out to my boys. And you guys got any final words before we wrap the show?
Yeah, you guys have a fantastic weekend. There's a lot to get excited about. The agentic layer for Bitcoin is being built in real time. There's real incentives for devs to get involved and get activated in our ecosystem. This is an exciting time to be here. So put your bullhorns on, and let's keep doing it, man. Let's keep chipping away. We're gonna get there. I'll be at 1 p.m. ET for Zest Game Night. We're gonna be playing some games, blowing off some steam for a very, very busy week. And yeah, we'll be touching grass over the weekend. So much love.
Right on, right on.
Oh, will I get a green shirt?
If it was up to me, brother, you'd have one.
Oh yeah, I just from.
You need to get stable.
I got this from Mama. I got this from Mama a few days ago, and she was like a T-shirt. I was like, oh, thank you. And then I was like, I'm gonna wait on the show.
Okay, I really do.
Fly as a bird, dude. I still got my soccer jersey on from yesterday, dude. Like it was a busy practice. I still got my whistle on too.
You slept with the whistle.
I knew there was a reason you didn't call me last night. GP came over just like
you slept with the whistle on.
I just fell out.
I'm actually working with the whistle on myself. So I know what that's like. Much love, guys. People stay tuned. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. 18 minutes.
The town hall.
Town hall's taking place right now at 10 a.m. ET. Just started. We're gonna be kicking it within the SIP crew and handling the business here in a few minutes.
Yeah, to be honest with you, like I'm nothing against Stacks and the Stacks Town Hall, but this is the time for us to do our shows and our stuff, and it wasn't expected to be. And I know they got some announcements, and I'm interested in hearing about it. And I do want to just give my condolences to all of the people. I don't know all of who. I only know a couple of the people, but I know 15 people from the Stacks Lab entity were let go yesterday. And, a lot of these people are our friends and family, essentially. So feel bad about it. And I just don't, I know what the situation is. I don't need the town hall update at this point. I already kind of understand it. So if you're not familiar, definitely tune into the town hall. But we'll be back in about 15 minutes with the SIP show. Talk about what's going on with Stacks and improvement on the Stacks ecosystem with Hero Gamer. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Let's go.
Peace out.
Peace.
DeOrganized media keeps the mind share growing in the morning with peace and GP. Keep you knowing the
alpha keeps flowing, the hunters tools they be showing. The AI Gale keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and stacks and other L2s. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bags. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. Up from the underworld, the game master arrives, bringing the games that satisfy the hive. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip, innovating the chain. Letting the community know it's the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name. Stacks, where it's at. Fast transactions are fat. Where it's at. The leading L2 is making maxes look back. DeOrganized media keeps the mind share. Growing in the morning with peace and GP. Keep you knowing the alpha keeps flowing. The hunters tools they be showing. The AI Gale keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and stacks and other L2s. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bags. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. Up from the underworld, the game master arrives, bringing the games that satisfy the hive. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip, innovating the chain. Letting the community know it's the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name. Stacks, where it's at. Fast transactions are fat. Where it's at. The leading L2 is making maxes look back. DeOrganized media keeps the mind share. Growing in the morning with peace and GP. Keep you knowing the alpha keeps flowing. The hunters tools they be showing. The AI Gale keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and stacks and other L2s. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bags. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. Up from the underworld, the game master arrives, bringing the games that satisfy the hive. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip, innovating the chain. Letting the community know it's the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name. Stacks, where it's at. Fast transactions are fat. Where it's at. The leading L2 is making maxes look back.
Keeps flowing and hunters tools they be showing. The AI Guild keeps them in clips that be glowing. Consistent on the daily, they bring Bitcoin news. Ethereum, Solana, and stacks another L2. Showcasing new projects and giving you clues. Just do your own research and don't give us abuse. When the people are informed, peace brings on the chat. Spotlighting guests and filling up your bag. The flag doesn't matter as long as you grab. Take the gold mic and let us know where you stack. Up from the underworld, the game master arrives, bringing the games to satisfy the hive. Hunters come running, it keeps them alive. Scouring the planet for the treasures inside. Stacks improvement takes a sip, innovating the chain. Letting the community know is the name of the game. Spreading awareness and helping explain why Stacks is where it's at. We are pumping the name.
Yeah. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Let the network rise. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Global social ties. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Amplify your flame. Boost it, kinda simple. Post it, hack with crypto wave. Boost X make the signal fly. Broadcast through the wire. It's BTC rhythm in my blood. Amplify the fire. DeOrganized in motion. Every drop go higher. If your voice got power in it, we gon' make it go wider. Algorithmic elevation. Every boost unlocks the gate. No permission in the system, just encode and detonate. We don't wait for validation. We decide the market rate. Turn a whisper to a movement when the boost X levitates. Yeah. Proof of signal in the ether, every action leaves a trace. Monetary got some tension, turn the network into space. No more begging for attention, we're the ones who set the pace. Boost X on the timeline, now you're playing in the race. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Let the network rise. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Global social ties. Boost it, boost it, boost it, boost it. Amplify your flame. Boost X, turn a simple post into a crypto wave. Every signal that we send is value by design. Boost X in the bloodstream, broadcast and divine. Yeah. Stacks on the chain, we don't play the same. Digital roots, my name on the block, never fade.
Identity's money now. Say it with me. Own your name.
Yeah.
Own your name, lock it in on chain. BNS one, we ain't play no game. From stacks to Bitcoin, let the people reign. Decentralized, so we gon' ride this train.
Yeah.
Own your name, claim your change.
Yeah.
Digital roots never wash away.
Yeah.
This that freedom with a brand new flame.
Yeah.
Ring, ring, and now you own your name.
Yeah, they talk Logan, I talk ledger. ID on Bitcoin, that's pressure. No gatekeeper, no federal measure. When you BNS bound,
You forever.
click beans one, start claiming that spot. Your name be on the plot. Stacks underneath, yeah, the foundation's hot. On chain proof, ain't a reset button to drop. We talk gamma, we talk locker. Trust machines, yeah, we walk proper. Ecosystem tight like a code locker. Every bit I spit is a blockchain offer. You ain't just a user, you created now. Your name a passport, wear it proud. One click to mint, one click to shine. Identity mine on a Bitcoin.
Own your name, lock it in on chain. BNS one, we ain't play no game. From stacks to Bitcoin, let the people reign. Decentralized, so we gon' ride this train.
Yeah.
Own your name, claim your change.
Yeah.
Digital roots never wash away.
Yeah.
This that freedom with a brand new flame.
Yeah.
You ain't written, now you own your name. Oh,
Yeah, zone follow them known worldwide. My handle ain't Twitter, it's on chain pride. No blue check fee, no corporate ride. I got truth in my wallet, I don't hide. Namespace balls, launch my own DeOrganized mic.
in the data zone,
Venus one, that's the home where builders get known.
the names get grown. Soul in the stack, ain't no fake ID.
Yeah.
This that real world proof for me. You can scan that hash, see my legacy. Every verse signed cryptographically.
I ain't just a number 99. I'm a name that live forever on Bitcoin blog. Say my handle when you see me shine.
BNS one.
My name on the line. My name on the line. Yeah.
Own your name,
Yeah.
claim your chain. We ain't renting digital space. No way,
No way.
no way. Stacks in Bitcoin, bridging the flame. Do organized warrior on your name. On your chain. Step in the future, no permission when we move. Bitcoin on the chain and the flow stay true. No middleman hands, only money that's yours. Tap into the source, this the key to the door. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin with a real one stack, let the signal make noise. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, swap smarter, go farther, we control the choice. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, where the market gets deep and the liquidity deploys. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, hit the chain, feel the game, watch the power get enjoyed.
Never bow to the banks, let the freedom go live. We ain't talking about the future, we already arrived. No cap, no delay, this is real block time. Bitcoin in the engine and the yield stay prime. No keys held hostage, flow stay trustless. Stacks to the core, but the base chain rugged. From the chain to the swap, everything on demand. If you're built for the winners, then you already understand. Now the trend is a net web, evolution in motion. Liquidity unlocked like the gates in the ocean. You can flex when you own, I beg for permission. Bitflow is the tool, execution with precision. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin with a real one stack, let the signal make noise. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, swap smarter, go farther, we control the choice. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, where the market gets deep and the liquidity deploys. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, hit the chain, feel the game, watch the power get enjoyed. No ceiling, no borders, this the true free world, where the builders get paid, where the vision unfurls. Rooms BTC, stable flows in rotation, new era on the chain, this the price of innovation. You ain't gotta ask twice, it's non-custodial might. Every swap locked tight, every rate optimized. It's the layer for the legends and the ones getting in. No luck, only skill, this is where you begin. Every click in control, that's the anthem we preach. Bring value to the people while the old bank sleeps. Say the name with conviction, that's a lift off code. Bit flow, now watch the Bitcoin flow explode. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin with a real one stack, let the signal make noise. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, swap smarter, go farther, we control the choice. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, where the market gets deep and the liquidity deploys. Let it flow, unlock your Bitcoin, hit the chain, feel the game, watch the power get enjoyed. Be spaghetti, stay punk. No kings, no masters, just Bitcoin and funk. Cypherpunk code in my blood like rust. We don't need your trust, we build or bust. OG bulls and the bears in the pit. Whales in the deep with the code legit. Stacks on the chain, every block we commit. Hell in the noise, keep the system lit. Got S points stacking like bricks on a wall. Every mint a story, every holder stands tall. Club doors open, but you earn that call. Punk in the code, that's a digital brawl. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Build it raw, keep it loud, keep it wrong. From the stack to the chain, raise your cup, don't flaunt. We don't need permission, we just function. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Bitcoin beats in the basement funk. When the market's dip, we double up. Cause truth don't die, we just punch back up. Pixel art soul with a have and heart. Every drop's a drop kick, decentralized art. Got the goats, got the gang, got the club on fire. Every trade's a badge, every holder's a wire. They said NFTs are dead, we said bet. We meant meaning, they meant that. We burn the bridge and then we build the jet. On Bitcoin time, that's the safest bet. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Write your name in the mempool funk. From bears to bulls, we don't need luck. We fork the rules and we call it love. Be spaghetti, stay punk. Builders bleed orange, never run amok. When you see that mic, know it's spun by trust. The organized crew, that's the upper crust. Freedom's messy, sauce on the floor. Cypher hands greasy, but we open the door. No gatekeepers, no overlords. We're cooking code on the kitchen board. Spaghetti in the stack, punk in the heart. Bitcoin layer 2 where we play our part. So spin that chain, let sauce, we the art. Beef spaghetti, stay pumped. 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 Yeah. Bitcoin on the base layer. Sip call spinning up, Friday in the frame. Screens glow softly, builders by name. Governance talk, not a corporate game. Decentralized minds, all aiming the same. Push to the set repo, ideas on the wire. Merge or revise, that's how we conspire. No suits, no boss, just code and desire. Consensus and rhythm, truth in the choir. Under the hood we engage and refine. Every commit, a new design. Governance flowing, elegant lines. Sits in session, keeping time. Static on the mic, someone takes the floor. Let's break that loop, optimize more. Notes in the doc, pull requests in store. Decentralized future, open core. Some chase fame, we chase function. Every diff, a quiet junction. Autonomy hums, no corruption. Code is the art, coordination, dedication. In the hood, ideas collide. Engage, evolve, we build with pride. From call to code, the chains alive. Sips in session, future in stride. Sip call fades, but the repo remains. Jazz in the logic, truth in the change. Sip call spinning up, Friday in the frame. the same. Push to the set repo. Ideas on the wire. Merge or revise. That's how we conspire. No suits, no boss, just code and desire. Consensus and rhythm, truth in the choir. Under the hood, we engage and refine. Every commit, a new design. Governance flowing, elegant lines. Sips in session, keeping time. Static on the mic, someone takes the floor. Let's break that loop, optimize more. Notes in the doc, pull requests in store. Decentralized future, open core. Some chase fame, we chase function. Every diff, a quiet junction. Autonomy hums, no corruption. Code is the art, coordination, education. And the hood, ideas collide. Engage, evolve, we build with pride. From call to code, the chains alive. Sips in session, future in stride. Sip call fades, but the repo remains. Jazz in the logic.
Welcome. We have another episode of the SIP Show. This is episode number 167 by my count. Apologize for a slight delay. I'm having some technical difficulties getting it set up to stream on our YouTube channel for some reason. I think it's a restream issue. So I'll figure that out later. But we are back for another episode of SIP Show, episode 167. We have Hero Gamer in the house. What is up, Hero? How are you today, man?
What up?
Sorry for the delay. I'm not sure exactly. Something's not working right for me, but
Oh, don't worry. So good.
So did I miss anything at the town hall that was worth reporting on?
I didn't tune in, so I do not know.
You're not sure. I understand that while we were wrapping up the show, he did make an appearance, so he made it. Wasn't sure if that was going to happen, but definitely some interesting things. I guess they let like 15 people go from Stacks Labs yesterday, so it'd be interesting to see how things shape out. What's
Yeah.
What's on our agenda for today? I know we got the Clarity vote is still ongoing, or is it?
Yeah. So the Clarity SIP 39 vote plus the 2 writer SIPs, and just touching a bit of news about Tally. I don't know if you saw the news, and just want to highlight the Stacks Roadmap Workshop series. I don't know if you saw the post on Stacks Forum, but I think that's a good event to highlight, because
The workshop series?
from what I just it's a roadmap workshop series, and that's what it's been, I guess, communicated. And my just initial read is a way for people to get engaged with the Stacks roadmap, but divided into different topics. So if you're interested in any specific topic, I think there's a way for you to join. So we can touch on that, and we will go through the SIP repo, We can go through the stacks forum, but I don't think there's anything majorly new on there. But yeah, like we can go through these stuff today, and if there's anything else that you wanna bring up or Hattie. But yeah, that's the agenda for today. The vote, a bit of news in the governance world, and the roadmap series, and a bit of SIP PR reviews.
I like it. I like it. The why not?
Yeah, so why don't we go to the SIP vote? You got the link open, or should I screen share?
I can. Well, do you have the link available? I can share. I just don't have the. I don't.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah, it used to be easy to remember stx.eco.
Yeah, there's actually a hyperlink called. Oh, give me a second. Give me a second. Damn it! I need to turn on my recording. Give me a second. So yeah, let me just rewind a little bit to tell you what we're gonna go through today. We'll go through the clarity vote, a bit of governance news about Tally winding down, and Stacks Roadmap Workshop series, which is posted on Stacks Forum. And we'll go through a bit of CPR reviews and maybe Stacks Forum. And if there's any other governance topic that you want to bring up. So yeah, that's the agenda for today. And for the SIP vote, there's actually a way to not have to remember the random strings or numbers to the ballot.gg, I believe.
Yeah.
It's actually, let me find it because I did post it to people. I think you can go through a couple of ways actually. I think on the, let me, stacks.foundation /vote. So you can actually just use that link.
Okay.
Stacks.foundation /vote. In that way, you don't have to
/vote. And if I probably
/vote.
If I just go to stacks.foundation, I might be able to get it there too.
Yeah, it will get redirected. If you want to check that it works, it works for me.
Yeah,
/vote
worked. I would suggest that they should put something up here for people to find the votes if they just go to stacks.foundation and they can't remember what the extension was.
Right.
But that is definitely easy to remember. Stacks.foundation and then /vote, because that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, no, I think I'll note that down. You know, I'll write it in the recap and then suggest the foundation to include it on the main page.
Yeah, just a link somewhere. Because I know that's more of their direct role now too.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. That's a good suggestion. I like that.
So, looking at this, it does look like we reached our quorum, and there's still
it
not.
Doesn't look like that. Yeah, no, we haven't had a no vote. I think it's pretty clear that at least out of the 67 people, that there is a somewhat consensus, right? A pretty good consensus forming. Yeah, no, that's good news. I mean, if people were so upset about ad block proposal, they probably would have signaled their no. So far, I have not seen anybody's signaling on-chain no for this. So I think it's looking like it's met the quorum. I think 80 million we talked about last week, right? And 80% of those 80 millions must be a yes. So 2 box ticked. And we have a lot of unlocked votes too, which is good to see because, you know, that's a little bit like the shrimps, or it's always good to have multiple tracks vote with
Right.
the SDX.
And there's also
So if the vote were to conclude,
there's a lot
if the vote were to conclude,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
if the vote were to conclude right now, it would be a pass, right?
Yes.
So we have one more day to vote. So yeah, just go vote. So what did you want to say, please?
Oh, I was just gonna say there was a lot of like people went with both ways too. Like there was I usually just use the regular vote, the Connect wallet and vote. But some people, and there was a good number of people that are still using the Dust transaction function to vote.
Yeah, I prefer a bit of simplicity, just like just connect and just vote.
And I realize that there's some trust assumptions there connecting versus just sending a transaction. If people want to do it that way, that's the reason why, and or just making sure that still functions.
Zenitron, I think, is in the house.
Zenny in the house as well. What's up? Let me bring up the man. What's up, Zenny? How you doing today? Oh,
Hey.
how you been for the last 25 minutes since I last saw you?
He was on. Zenny was on.
Yeah.
Find2Earn every Friday.
Oh yeah. Find2Earn, yeah.
And he was also talking about he's got some updates coming for Strike, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, I'm like hard deving like with vibe coding to finish finally, but takes some time. But like the vibe coding is great invention. Yeah.
That's maybe because we'll talk about a little bit your SIP, just like a little bit later. You want to share your Strike development when we talk about your SIP?
Well, Strike, Strike and SIP is absolutely different things. SIP is like about the encrypted NFTs, and Strike is about the fight, just the fight.
Oh, right. I see. Yeah, it's a different.
Because in the final like vision, there will be interconnection between all of things. And it will be very simple. Like you can find the NFTs. It's an encrypted NFT with 2 layers of information, and people can like collect or exchange. And sometimes they have to fight for this NFT. So we want to build like this very complex game with very simple like things. But talking about SIP, I just want to share and ask about SIP since we have a SIP show and you are the SIP like.
Yeah, no problem. We'll get through a couple of news and then we'll get to your SIP. Sure. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
So peace. So yeah, I don't know if you saw the news. Tally is shutting down. It's a really like governance heavy tooling. Have you seen this news yet?
I have not seen it, and so what does that mean? There's a number of organizations that kind of rely on Tally, aren't there?
Yeah, so you can see like Tally, just for people who didn't know what Tally is, they're essentially like our ballot.gg or Zero Authority DAO. Sometimes you can cast vote on various things. It's all like to do with governance tooling, DAOs, how they reach consensus via token voting. You can see a number of organizations use them. ENS, Gitcoin, even Rootstock. I didn't know this. Arbitrum is pretty active. Optimism, they have used that before. I don't think they're so active anymore, but yeah, like even Uniswap. Let me see, Uniswap, when was their last vote? You can see the dates here. Let's see. Oh, 2026, February. So it is actually used by many important protocols. So you can see like ENS had their last vote in March 19th. Gitcoin like in March, and this is like how sort of you have a list of proposals from Arbitrum, and you can see the histories of all the proposal that's being executed even that they display. And like some of the votes are no, some of them are yes. It's a really good tooling, actually. They in the Ethereum world they have Tally, and Snapshot. Those two protocols are really good for executing like coordination of DAO voting. And you can see the quorums, for and against, and abstain. Yeah, really good, well thought out protocol. But unfortunately, they are shutting down. So I thought it was interesting news that's relevant to our ecosystem to bring out. I don't know why they are shutting down exactly. Maybe because it's just hard to generate revenue from this thing. I don't know, but there's a post about it, and people can go and read about it. Let's ask Grok.
You want to ask Grok about it?
Kali shutting down after 5 years. ICO didn't make sense. Yeah, anyway, so I thought that was interesting. Peace, do you have any thoughts?
I think it's so. I think governance is very important. But I think that the concept. So what I don't like about the term DAO is that term autonomous isn't real. It's not autonomous. It doesn't act on its own. It's not autonomous. It takes input from real humans. And actually, that's where we came up with the term for DeOrganized. Actually came out of a statement someone made back in my old Node Rocks Ordinals crew days, where we were trying to figure out how we were going to organize that crew. And it went south because of the human layer too. So I can appreciate the reason why you'd want to abstract away some of that and make it autonomous truly. We didn't have the tools then, but we used to say, one of the line that came up was, we don't DAO. Well, they used to say, we don't DAO. And I came up with the slogan, we don't DAO, we do. We see decentrally organize. And so that's where organized came from. It's the idea that you can't really automate the decision-making process. That's actually got to be done with human intelligence and human input. There's got to be a human in the loop. So I think that this is kind of reflecting that there's a flaw in the concept of a DAO. Somewhat to speak.
Yeah, I mean, like if you look at any vote, right? It takes somebody to put a human to propose, to put something forward, and then when it concludes, somebody need to execute it, right? And it's probably going to be a human. I understand some part can be more autonomous, but to have it fully autonomous, it's just probably really difficult.
Well, it's
even
like
AIPTC DAO.
Yeah, it's like a hypothetical
Even-
situation that can't really be can't really be manifested.
Yeah, it's funny. I think it's funny that you have this opinion that you are pretty into governance, topic, and you've been involved in the Stacks governance field for a couple of years by now. And me too. Like I've been in governance, let's say, a few years, and we both think, ideally, we all want DAOs, but we both think DAOs, at least two of there's two of us, and maybe others might have different opinions, but both of our opinion align in a sense where DAOs you cannot just let it automatically run by itself. Like we're trying to make small businesses not a small business anymore, but at the end of the day, it's still a small business. You're just giving almost like everybody in the business or their friends and family a token, and then asking them to vote on something. But the business still need to be run by a human that require leadership to make it work. Like the DAO is not just gonna somehow function without leadership. It's not gonna grow by itself. So that's my opinion.
Even if we look at the vote for Stacks right now and what's going on with that, it's a different scenario with this isn't that sexy of a vote. There's not a lot of people in the ecosystem don't have it, don't even with as much education as we do and awareness campaigns as we do, if there's just not that much impact Clarity 5 is going to have on the average user. So most of them don't care unless we tell them to go vote for it. And then it's not really governance at that point, it's marketing. So it's important that we have these mechanisms to poll the community and get signal as to whether there's support or for or against these ideas before we adopt them. But it requires, I don't think it's majority. I think majority rule wholesale is probably not the best way to do this. I think that there's we could do different things. Quadratic voting can be applied in a number of different ways where certain people maybe have different vested interests based on a number of criteria, not just the number of STX they hold, but a number, it could be based on how many contracts they actually have created and control. That might be a real metric that's worth weighting. Somebody that's actually running a bunch of contracts has a much more vested interest in the outcome of Clarity 5 than someone who doesn't have any contracts. So there might be different ways to do some weighting of the input on the outcome of these decisions more broadly than hold token equals voting power. But I don't think that the problem is something that needs to be solved today. Because at the end of the day, it's really about the people that are using the network come together, come to conclusions. If there's really something that somebody is staunchly against for a good reason, they have the opportunity to bring that. We just aren't ever seeing that. We aren't seeing that.
I mean, you can say one of the main reasons that we are doing this call and all the Twitter posts about the SIP that's being voted, at every point in time that we're trying to amplify this, it's almost like we are trying to give the opportunity to the community to signal their voice if they have something, they disagree.
Right.
It's opportunity for them to be aware and then signal their disagreement. So we've been doing this for the past, let's say, couple of months, and you're right. Nobody has said no. I guess. I think we've done
right. I think we've done enough due diligence to reach out.
Yeah, exactly.
People that are engaged in the ecosystem know about this. They've had an opportunity to ponder, or at least they're relying on us to convey that information to them so that they can feel good about whether they need to engage or not. But at the end of the day, we're also kind of there's a number of levels of trust in human to human interaction that we just take for granted. People take for granted that we know what the hell we're talking about because we're out here.
Yeah, I mean, if we put it on its head, if we did nothing to mention about the upgrade, right? We are not giving anybody opportunity to signal or get signal or to get the opposite of signal. They don't like it. So I guess the question is, what is the right level of due diligence? But I think in general, we have over the past many SIPs have done a good level of due diligence for every major upgrade. So, but at the same time, we shouldn't do no due diligence for the community, not say anything about it. But yeah, we have said a lot about.
Honestly, now that I think about it, and I hadn't really thought much about it, but it occurs to me that doing this due diligence and us just existing out here making the awareness is in and of itself a bit of a check on the system. Because
it is, yeah. I mean,
yeah, even though people may not be engaging in the vote, we are providing a signal system so that people are aware when votes come out and people are aware that things are coming through. That does mean that there's that's an important piece of the puzzle, is that there is a signal outlet for people to be aware that these are being considered, what they mean.
Yeah.
They can learn about it. And then if there are issues, there are concerns, we address them.
Yeah.
Or
100%. I think people might not realize, but yeah, I think we're doing a really important part of that. You know, it's a multi-piece puzzle, but we are surfing one of the piece. So I'm really glad that we're doing this.
Yeah, I think so too. I love doing this. I really do. And I think it's important to cover what's going on in the ecosystem. And also, you know, you think about all of the things we've spotlighted doing this series, sir. You know, we got a panel on BNS V2. We talked around a lot of things before that was determined exactly how it was going to go. We had some input, some people in a room, and we talked about it. We talked a lot about Clarity 5's WebAuthn functionality, which is absolutely something. I'm probably not going to wait until I figure out how to use that. I'm probably going to start with Privy on our website. But that's actually the next big thing in this ecosystem, is getting that wallet abstraction piece in, so that, like, I do not want the majority of our audience, especially for DeOrganized, is on mobile. And I love Leather, I love Xverse, I love the teams there, but they're not a mobile browser application, and their mobile browsers are clunky, and it's not easy. It's not the go-to mobile browser unless a user needs to use it. We need to abstract that away. If people have to go and download an app and then write down a seed phrase and all of that stuff the first time they're in our app, that's the last time they're in our app. You know, they're not gonna do that. And so we need to fix that. And that's a huge thing on Clarity 5. And that is something that we focused and we highlighted, and we brought our friend Rafa on, and we got Bryce in, and we helped communicate the signal and amplify the signal of what builders need, and even help develop the why. Like, you know, they just weren't there.
Yeah. Triple Monkey is now fully on board with Passkey now. I'm kind of not surprised, but just, you know, a little bit like amazed. Like, okay, so he was kind of. Many builders were a little bit skeptical at the beginning when we started talking about it.
As soon as I'm to
come one day.
Battle submission this afternoon, I got to finish my Biddle Battle submission for what we're building out.
Nice.
And then once I finish that Biddle Battle submission, the next thing I'm on, my main focus is going to be on getting us set up with Privy sign on and being able to utilize that on DeOrganized.
Nice. I'm glad to hear. Cool. Shall we move on to, maybe you want to screen share again your screen for the Stacks Roadmap workshop series?
Sure. I've got that right here.
And this is for everybody, actually. Zenitron, I don't know, GP. This is directly to do with, I presume, making better awareness about Stacks Roadmap, but potentially even getting some feedback or getting some help, and even brainstorm how we can integrate AI into our roadmap. That's just a brief on what I read.
So I'll skip the top paragraph from Claire, because we kind of generally understand what this is about. But they're exploring the technical and product progression of the Stacks ecosystem, including performance improvements, Bitcoin staking, which is establishing staking as the economic engine for Bitcoin DeFi on Stacks, which I think they've already done significantly well with dual stacking. I am a fan of that idea for sure. I do think it needs more user activity and user growth to be sustainable, but we'll get there. Highlight builder and partner feedback. Highlighted builder and partner feedback. So only the feedback they want to tell us about, not the feedback they don't want to let us know about. AI enablement, how Stacks can further embrace and support AI technologies. Governance, hosted in partnership with Zero Authority DAO. This session will discuss the next generation of governance tooling with previews of what's already in the works. Exciting. Huge shout out to ZA. Key launches aligning in the most critical releases for the coming year. And so these are going to happen starting on the 26th. So the first one is next week. Mitchell's going to be hosting. I like that. That's interesting. So we got builders reaching scale on the 26th. On the 31st, public call for stackers and Bitcoiners. On the 2nd, we got AI integration and adoption. And on the 7th, we have next gen governance. So 4 interesting opportunities for you guys to learn more about what's going on.
If you scroll down to the bottom, there is a word. It's called evolving stacks roadmap. Evolution roadmap. I think it's fair to say, the roadmap, it's never like concrete contract, right? It's always evolving. Maybe now we have a different organization set up.
Right. For any roadmap, the outcome of phase 1 is going to dictate how closely phase 2 resembles what your roadmap phase 2 actually was planning for. These things are in line, and sometimes they go differently depending on what you discover in the different phases. So of course, any roadmap's going to evolve, and if it didn't, that would actually be a signal of a problem. If they couldn't deviate from their roadmap based on new information, that would be an issue.
So coming out of this year's sessions, we expect this roadmap format itself to evolve. Okay, so I think it's something that's still ongoing and changing. I mean, last time I checked Stack's roadmap, there's no mention of AI, right? When I searched the word AI, there was nothing. And I already told people about that. Like, that doesn't quite make sense. And I've been pushing Stack's leadership, or like at least people, I'm trying to let the people at the big entities know that AI should be a focus, because from what I've seen with the AI BTC working group, I do think that they serve an important piece of the puzzle in terms of getting Stacks AI ready. I mean, it's not just like about doing AI; it's just like also for your own productivity too.
AI is actually the most important thing. Anyone that's trying to develop anything right now, I can't imagine anyone in any walk of life that shouldn't be trying to adopt these tools. And this is something we've been talking about for a while.
Yep. We were the one pushing AI, like, at least 6 months ago, right?
More than that, sir. More than that.
Yeah.
I mean,
at least a really important thing that
Blockface was doing AI with cohort 2. Digital love music. He made a Staxi. He made a GP that could talk.
He did. Yeah, that was a year ago already.
Over a year ago. We've been we were early, and so were the AI BTC guys, by the way. They were also very early, and they were on it, and they did some really cool stuff. And huge shout out to them, because if it wasn't for their model and their plan, I wouldn't have built out what I've built out over the last 7 months. Not that it's not built on their network, but I would never have, if I hadn't been encouraged by what they were doing to go out and build an agent to connect to their network, I wouldn't have developed my website like I have. It wouldn't have.
I think I would say their first prototype of their first product was like AI reviewers, right? You post a picture of you morning coffee, and then you have some agents reviewing it, like their early version of agents for bounties, basically. That was like
we did that. We covered that.
For me, that one is interesting, but probably doesn't quite have product market fit. but at least that gave them the foundation to do the second version of the agents, you know.
Right. They actually had, so that was a while back. That was probably over the summer. I think they were doing that coffee thing. But even like them, well over a year ago, they had actually had their, like, they gave everyone $100 to add to. They had given everybody agents. They had that prompt to DAO. Remember, they had that prompt to DAO that you could make a prompt and it would create an agent with a token for anything you wanted to set up. I mean, it didn't actually create the DAO. Like, that wasn't all available yet. But those guys are, listen, we are on the precipice, sir. We really are on the precipice of some really interesting things.
Yeah, and I think so too. I think, 100%. Yeah, I think they were just a little bit early with that, but now they are on the right sort of level as the current product market fit, I think, with what's going on. Yeah, so keep following AIBTC. Definitely recommend you getting your agent up. Because I'm a little bit like I'm trying to get my agent up, trying to find the time, but yeah, I will get it up like in the near future, in the next few weeks. I'm pretty sure I can just, I'll be more stable after in a few weeks, then I can focus on that.
I like it. I don't know why I'm getting that.
Zenitron, you there? Or he's not back yet?
I don't know if he's back yet, but that's all right. Let me. So what else did we need? Did we want to look at the repo real quick, or are we kind of?
Yeah, I mean, let's look at the repo real quick. I mean, I didn't see so much activities, like new activities this week,
right,
apart from Zenitron's. If you go to pull requests, if you go to pull requests, 38 Zenitrons.
Oops.
Yeah, so I saw official sign off, let's say, from SIP editors. If you go to the conversation,
is that also on? Am I in that? Is that? That's not. That's all okay. Just to make.
Yeah, if you scroll to the bottom, so Werner, he posted like, thanks for addressing various comments, blah blah blah. Consider this editor sign off. So that's a signal from the editor group, editors, sub editors, that this can go to the cabs basically. I know the status already being updated before he posted the comment, but it's always good to drop your official, let's say, sign off comment. I think is a good practice, so that people are aware the editor have signed it off, and maybe when the cab signs it off, the cab, somebody from the cab post a comment to say like, just to say, they signed it off.
Yeah, that would make sense. That there's.
I mean, ideally, you kind of want like everything on like some kind of platform like Zero Authority. Also, when things are signed off, it's just a tick. It's all like automatic. But that's probably part of this roadmap series that people can mention about. But that would be ideal, like having some kind of, for me, easy, because with this it's still hard to find, right? You have to click so many clicks to understand it. I'd rather just go to a URL and I know exactly that editor have signed off. That would be it's almost, I think the SIP tracker is meant to be taking this goal. So I hope that they will continue to develop the SIP tracker and be able to have a better user experience to navigate the statuses of various SIPs.
I think that the problem. So my feedback on the SIP tracker right now is that it's almost the same thing. It does abstract a lot of the confusion you get in GitHub, but it still looks. It still needs a face. It needs a UI.
Hey, I'm here. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
I agree.
I have a call. Yeah, I had just a question. So we have to wait the last signer, last reviewer, or what's the process? Because the Claire moves from draft to accepted, but we still have no one. It's not merged.
So what I'm seeing here is it's, and I'm just interpreting this, but what I'm seeing here is that it's at least 2 approving reviews are required, and we only have 1 approval.
So this is GitHub approval, right? And this is a little bit different. That's call it on chain, right? This is on GitHub. It's like kind of on chain. But then what we really need, we have a group of technical CAP members that are supposed to be looking at the SIP in offline, off chain, like in Discord. Somebody should go there, just pin them, which should be the job of Claire or Werner, I guess. They should be, somebody should be presenting to the technical CAP to say, hey, this has been like approved by the SIP editors, and now we're asking you guys time to review this and approve this. And there's like 7 people, I believe, in that group, which you don't see on here, right? There's 7 technical CAP members that need to vote whether they approve or not approve, or leave some comments. You know, that's what is supposed to happen. And
So
that,
it's a kind of private chat, and we just wait. Yeah.
yes, basically, you know, if
Okay.
you want to put it this way.
Yeah. Okay.
And but the private chat wouldn't just happen by itself. Somebody need to prompt the CAP for that
Yeah,
to
but
happen.
it's
It's
not
almost like
depend on us, right? It's not on our side.
no. The court is in the ball is in the court
Okay.
of the
Okay.
the coordinators, so to speak. So I used to act as that role. Like when this is approved by the SIP editor, I would actually take this document, send the link to the technical CAP to say, hey, please review this by this date and vote. Because there's
Okay.
no automation yet.
Okay, we
So
just wait.
somebody manual like me had to go and make this coordination, you know. So we are a little bit like, I used to be the coordination layer, and now I guess Foundation is having their own method of coordination for this. I don't know the exact details, but I'm hoping that somebody is going to the CAPs right now and asking them to review and approve
Yeah. Okay. I see.
in
Thanks.
private.
Yeah. But we will reach this.
But I mean, things shouldn't be private, right? I would love
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
as much conversation
But
and as
anyways,
much
it's
conversation
not
to
like
be public.
the
All the votes, like who review this SIP, I would hope it's public. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah. Okay. We just wait.
because
We-
like
we
you
done
said, if
everything, right?
I tell you, if I ask you today, who are the technical CAP members reviewing your SIP, you wouldn't know who.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
I
don't
would
know.
love for this layer to be more transparent. It's
Yeah.
actually in the SIP repo, deep in there. You just have to look for it. But yeah, but it's the UI UX needs to support that discovery.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
So
have to go right now.
Isla, if you go to consideration folder down there, consideration. I'm just teaching you guys how to find the technical CAP list. So if you go to technical,
Why is it so buried?
it's GitHub. This is not meant to do like
This isn't what the app is for.
Yeah, this is not what the app is.
It works actually.
It does work.
I actually having developed DeOrganized, the website, the tools and everything. I totally understand. Thank Zenny. Was there anything else you wanted to shout out before you bounce?
No, just this moment. Thanks everyone.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Well,
Have a
but-
great weekend. Thank you again
Yeah.
for
See you guys.
Have a good
Love
weekend,
you.
Zenny. See you later, buddy.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
And you're right, GP. Why is it buried? It's not designed. Nobody want to design it to be buried, but GitHub just isn't the platform to, to do this kind of stuff.
So somebody.
That's
worked
why,
on
like,
So, just to kind of, if you're ever, again, I'm going to reiterate this while it's fresh in our minds. If you're ever interested in seeing what the cabs are and who's serving on them, you go to SIPs, considerations. This is your list of cabs or cab groups so you got your SIP editors, you got your governance cab, ethics, economics, diversity. Some of these are more active than others. Ethics, we haven't looked at in 4 years.
I would say those ethics and diversity, they are not really activated because we never really. I think there is the arguments to not even needing those cabs, so they haven't really been activated. Really, we only consider the governance, technical, economics cabs as officially activated cabs.
Oh, who's this guy? Yeah.
That's
Chad. I heard he's really handsome.
Oh, I heard
He's
other.
got great beard.
Total lady.
That's true, but it's not because of my good looks. Thank God I have a personality.
So go to technical. Technical, and then you can see who should be reviewing Zenitron's SIP. All these people.
We have a bunch
And
of
if you
guys.
know some of them, they are like core devs basically. And Fridger, Jesse, Radu. Radu is more of a testing guy. Setzus is obviously Clarity. So
Radu-
everybody, and Vlad.
I'm not giving you guys my email address.
Yeah, we talked about that. Like, ideally we want it, but if wanting email is going to discourage people from having their big brains on it, I'd rather just not have their emails. Why would we do that?
Right. You know what it should give us here? Oh, discussions too. So what is this? That's just a regular SIP though. There should be a way to actually reach the group.
Oh man, I don't know.
Not your problem.
Yeah, that's something that you guys can figure out in the future. I'm not trying to solve that problem.
Yeah. No, I get, but that is an issue. Like there should be contact the group here, and something where they're all on a Discord and it actually just gives you an opportunity to send them a message, so that Claire or Jesse or whoever's job it is to go and say, hey, we need this
Why
because
don't we just use stacks.co?
well, it's not even that. It's about these groups are all kind of deorganized, so to speak. They're a little bit. They're a little bit. It's not clear how they're supposed to do it, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. And so, like, because the governance cab meets in a Discord group. We have a group in Discord. That's where we deliberate. So it's and I think most of them meet in Discord, don't they? Or
Yeah, the cabs, the technical cabs and the governance cab are mainly in Discord. Economics cab, because some of them don't use Discord, so they are in Telegram currently. So-
use GitHub if they aren't using
because I guess the thinking there was to be accommodating, right? Because they are the big brains of these, who are we to say to them, hey, you must use this platform
Peasants.
to do this, you know? So
Don't you
I didn't
know?
want to be that
They only
guy.
use Telegram.
I didn't want to be that guy, you know, going to somebody like Maddie and say, hey, we're not paying you, and we are not gonna. You're gonna have to do what we say. You know? I think it might be a little bit off-putting for people. So I just want to, you know, be as accommodating as possible. If it has to be on Telegram, so be it.
Yeah, yeah. Wherever it works, right? But there should be some way for the community and/or anybody involved in this to be able to reach out to these cabs and say, "Hey, you guys need to deliberate on this."
Yeah, I guess it's either or like Zenitron wants to contact them. Okay, maybe the point of contact is not the cab, it's the Claire or I or somebody, you know, who are the coordinators, and then they reach out to the group.
Right.
I don't know what is the best, because could you have a situation where contact the cabs and then they get spammed by a lot of people? I probably wouldn't imagine that would happen, you know. Nobody wanna spam them for no good reasons. They just wanna see, hey, what's the status of things, right?
Right. No, you're right. And that honestly, it probably doesn't need to have a group conversation here, but we do need to know. It's not clear who to reach out to. So Zenitron doesn't know who to reach out to. That's why he's reaching out to us.
Yeah,
He doesn't know exactly who to reach out to, and we're not even sure exactly.
I am hoping everything can be solved via Zero Authority. So like,
they're not
you
here
go to that
either,
website.
bro. They're not here either.
Well, I think they will probably have to be here, because I guess looking at the Stacked Roadmap Workshop series, they will be part of the conversation, as to the next chain governance, you know. So yeah.
Right on. Was there anything else we needed to touch on today here?
I think that's mostly it, to be honest, unless you guys have something that you want to bring up.
I just want to show.
I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this one time. But that's about it.
He's doing the arm worm. What's that called?
Wait, we can watch the live stream on your website?
The live stream now
yeah.
streams live on the website.
Oh, wow.
As of
Awesome.
yesterday, they did this. I don't know why it's spinning, but it's working.
Nice.
Be on the lookout for some cool stuff from the GMFL and Crypto Dude too. That's it. We got to get on a call, man.
Yeah, but so to show this off, you can watch the show live right here on DeOrganized. Head over to DeOrganized.com and set up your account right now. And then you can actually, if you have a creator account,
Should do like a Patreon on there.
oh, check this out. So DApps is a only on the platform credit service. You can actually buy them with the buy feature wasn't working. I got to fix. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I can actually spend 1 STX right now and buy 100 DApps credits. Takes a minute.
Oh. Okay, and what do I get for? I mean, what?
So right now, what I can use there's a number of things that you will be able to use it. You also won't have to necessarily purchase them. So number one, and before I say anything else, I don't want anyone to go buy DApps. This is not a speculative asset. This is an inflationary asset. It's a utility token only for inside of our platform. It's not something you want to buy and hold. There's no reason to speculate it. It's for use, and you'll actually be able to earn them doing things on the website too. It is available to purchase them right now, and it's more just for me to plan out the function and figure out how that works. But now, so I just purchased 100 DApps.
This is mainnet?
This is on mainnet, yeah.
Wow, cool.
So I can produce a news package right now. I hit generate. and this will be a little bit more customizable over, and the content will come better. But right now, what this is doing is it's actually going through my AI BTC agent called Long Elio, who has a generative function that when this calls a generation, he realizes that the DApps have been spent. They just get burnt. They don't actually go to anybody. They get burnt when they get spent. And he's doing a process right now where he's querying a bunch of RSS feeds, reading the latest articles, coming up with an article.
What?
About a minute and a half. This is what you're going to get generated out. I get a long form article. I get an X thread. This is actually going to get cooler. So wait a second. I get
What
an X,
the hell?
and I get
You're like a dev now.
and I get a
You're
thumb.
a dev piece.
I'm a dev, man. I'm a dev. I'm not even gonna. I can't.
What?
I'm not.
Everything is automatic?
So that hold on, this is gonna get cooler. So this is what we're still generating that package. It takes a minute to generate.
That's super impressive, man. It's me seeing the first time.
So that's generate, and that's actually. Let me actually show you. So this is still generating. It takes a minute. Eventually, this will all update. I got to do some stuff on here, but let me actually show you something else really cool. We have this admin gated right now, so there's only a couple of people that can even see it. But this is our agent controller. This is Elio. You can actually chat with him. He's like, tell me about DeOrganized.
Do the AI BTC guys know what you've created?
They know I'm on the network. They know that my agent probably needs a little bit of work for their network. But actually, this even logs, like he communicates with people on the AI BTC network too. He's on the AI BTC network. This is all like he's had 902 signals. He's learned from different people. This is his wallet information. But Gabby, I made second. She's not even on the AI BTC network yet, but she does something cooler. What Gabby does when I click run news is she's going to check her balance, check her dApps. She's locked. She can connect to the website and log in as a new user, but she's already done that. She's right now she's checking her dApps balance. If she didn't have enough dApps to process the transaction, she would buy dApps. She would then generate she's doing this right now. She's already generation triggered, credits deducted 50. So her credit balance was 100. She didn't need to buy dApps. She's got 50. She's spending 50. Now it's polling for completion. It's waiting for Long Elio.
Oh, shit.
His thing.
Well, for me, you already won the hackathon. This is crazy.
Wait, because I actually got, so when it's done querying and pulling the new generation, it's going to post the tweet thread and the image to the DeOrganized X account. When it's done with that, it's actually going to send my account 1,000 SBTC sats as a tip, and via X402 communication, and then it's going to send 5 cents worth of USDCX to Nosferatu as a tip, all autonomously in one function.
How did you hide all this complexity behind? I don't know.
I've been just coding nonstop for days, sir.
But coding with the agent or like just lovable?
I use not lovable at all. I use Claude. I predominantly use Claude and Claude Code. So I'll chat with Claude in the desktop interface, and then when we're ready to actually make the code, we'll go to I call them CC Claude Code in my command line, and that's not through the API. That's through the command line. So you can connect if you're subscribed to Claude. Even the 20-month one, you can actually put them in your command line, have them log in through the same login. You do run out. See, this is for generation complete, fetching latest package, thread fetched, posting my tweets, thread post 7 tweets, tipping creator, Sending 1,000 SAS SBTC.
So that tweet is live right now.
That tweet is live right now. We can go
Oh, which
to.
account?
We can go right now. We can go to DeOrganized.
What? That's fucking crazy, man.
Here it is. This is 30 seconds ago.
And that was how much? 1 stacks?
I spent, actually, it wasn't even, it was 50.
Yeah.
It was it was technically half a stacks was what I have. I mean, I can set this price to whatever. It's variable too.
Okay, yeah, well,
Right.
man, that's super cool, man. I think this is like I'm super impressed. It's kind of mind blowing, to be honest.
I am. I have so many ideas for the website too, man. Like it's crazy what we're going to be able to do.
I hope you make a good pitch videos, because I hope that somebody at the hackathon, the organizer, understand like all this stuff so that you win. I really think it's really impressive, especially coming out of a person, you know, from real estate background. What?
Right. I have literally zero coding experience before late January, early February. Maybe mid.
Did you get some help, or you just did everything by yourself?
So Nosferatu had built out the website originally.
Yeah.
I didn't actually start getting hands-on onto the website side of things until Tuesday. And I basically did all this. It was just me, Claude, ChatGPT, sometimes Grok, Gemini, and we have, man, there's going to be, so I'm looking at community pages, I'm looking at games, I'm looking at the dApps ecosystem. We got a lot we're going to be building on here. And eventually, very soon, like I said, the next thing I'm doing is getting away from requiring a Leather or Xverse wallet to connect. We gotta get away from that, because my people can't be going. It just like this doesn't work that way. So that's once we wrap this, I'm gonna go make my submission and my pitch.
This is so cool. GP, what do you think?
Fire, dude. I've been curious about what Peace has been building. He's been heads down grinding for some weeks now and handling the business, and now we get to see the first looks at the new DeOrganized website. I'm excited about dApps. We were talking about dApps way back in the day, and now
I remember.
Points are in the business. Let's go.
Let me actually.
This is like real. This is real utility.
This is real
utility.
utility.
You buy the credits to generate content. It totally makes sense, you know. I don't like all this random speculative stuff. You have a useful product, and there's a demand for the useful product. People buy stuff. Credit just like that too. It's no difference to people need the vibe code. People buy the subscription, and people vibe code. It's the same. Like you need the product, you need their product, and you buy credits for it. This is.
Let me show you guys something else really cool, and then I'll wrap up and let you guys go. But I want to also show this. So, this is the playout engine, which forces into our RTMP feed. So if you're on the DeOrganized website right now, or you're seeing this broadcast, and right now you guys can only see live. They don't see this wording on the screen where it says RTMP source. They just see the background. So. But I'm on the page here. Let me actually feature that first for a moment. I'm on the page here, and I'm going to go. I already have credits. I'm going to click drop file here. I'm going to go find a short video. I don't know. I have a short video here. It's too long. There's a 3-minute maximum on these right now. I don't want to make it too short either, though. So a lot of these are just. That's the one. We'll go. All right, so I just dropped a minute long video. It's going to cost me 100 credits. And I can do up to 5 of them at a time. I'm going to hit prepare clips. It takes a minute. It's going to normalize it for broadcast. And then once it actually streams it, it'll actually be picked up right on the live stream here. So it's going to normalize it. Usually takes about a minute, maybe. Once the normalization process is done, it'll just start playing. See, all right, sorry, it says ready. You can also monitor it in here, by the way. Oh, here, I have to hit go live. That's right. So I hit go live. It takes a second to start playing. You can, and like I said, you can also monitor it right down here. So we're actually probably about 30 seconds behind.
They haven't started pushing in yet because they're still unsure. So, be prepared for that inevitability. If you guys have not heard about what's going on over at AIBTC.dev, you have to check it out. They just launched a process for launching an AI DAO that is run and managed by AI agents. All you have to do is post on X at prompt2DAO, telling the details of the DAO you want to initiate, and it does it for you. With AI agents running your AI DAO, new enhancements being added regularly. They just announced an update earlier today or late yesterday on some more stuff. It's becoming more functional and it's just amazing what's going on in the space. Have you checked out Fact.Fun? There are several new tokens currently in the bonding curve now. Can you get to the yams?
It's like way back in the day. Would just come
Rent,
on like
Froggy,
going on in the space.
Unib. I forget what Wappy's token was, but Dr. Wappy has a token over there. There's a bunch of cool stuff, so go check them out.
So I just hit stop so that we don't need to listen to the whole video. It's like a minute-long video. We can actually do this. Yeah. So what I'm actually seeing is a scenario where people actually just come in. They want to actually get their stuff on the live stream. Whoop, my frozen. I think I'm frozen. Did I freeze up? I did. All right. Am I back? Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you're
back.
All right, cool. So, people can actually, the loop I see is user has content they want to get on the live stream. The live stream's going all day. And they come in, they have and I can change it around to all sorts of things, but they come into they have access to it. They pay, a couple pennies. They drop in their video. It processes. It gets added to a loop folder that's got a bunch of content, and so their content is added to our loop that's playing when we're not live, when we're not like actual live in the studio.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's like advertisement, right?
Yeah, advertisement, or even just like GP makes these videos that are his updates, or Hana makes his videos that are his updates. He wants to do something, or like they're working on Cryptonauts, and when they get that more stable and ready, and they're doing game sessions and they're recording game sessions, and they make a 3-minute clip about Cryptonauts that they want to throw onto the DeOrganized live stream to just have it hit the audience. It is marketing, but it's also content.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, super impressive, man. Does Trip know what you've done?
I don't think he knows the full extent of it. I've sent it to him, but I don't know. It's a little tricky with Trip because I don't know what he can actually. Trip has to be careful about just giving advice on things,
No, just one. I think everybody will be super proud of you. Like, well, so, and I think it's really interesting because I think Blockface and our group, right? We all talked about it. Like a lot of the devs, like you have the vision in your head, but before you are the closest to the source of all the ideas, and I sometimes feel like that the same way too. But I couldn't execute, or you couldn't execute that. but now there's a way for you to execute what's in your head directly, and you are probably the best person to know which direction to go, because when you speak to a dev, they will tell you like what things cannot be done usually, and it's really hard to get that creative feedback and experiment going when we start the business side of things from a developer's mindset. But if we start from somebody who has the vision, and I think it's yeah, then you can see much more experimentation start to realize.
I literally built this with the playout engine first, and it was just to find a way to create a playlist of videos so that we could do the all day live streaming, and I didn't have to do screen shares and change it on the fly. And oh my God, I just got a community strike because I let it play and I had it on autoplay and it started playing copyrighted material and all of that stuff. You know, it was just to solve some friction of what we were doing. And in trying to build that and then getting combined with the idea of the agents with AIBTC and building out my agent, and then happening to see the Biddle battle. And I was like, all right, how do I tie this in? How do I get stacks, X402, USDCX, and SBTC? How do I represent that on our platform? I wasn't expecting to make it all in one loop. I didn't have that loop working until that agent didn't exist until this last weekend, the agent that does the loop. I built that since this weekend. I built dApps since this weekend. I actually redid the whole website, and the front page, the Stacks Connect had to be fixed because it was a little bit wonky the way it was set up. I fixed all that. When I first took over the website, pages didn't persist. So every page was just DeOrganized.com. They didn't have page names. If you went back, you just went back to so you could navigate through a bunch of stuff in the page. If you hit back in the browser, you just went back to the last page you were in. It wasn't like a fully developed website until this week. And it was, all of this has been, now I started coding at about 2 p.m. on Saturday. I had a bunch of stuff Saturday morning. And then 2 p.m. in the afternoon Saturday until about midnight. And then all day Sunday from 6 in the morning until about midnight. And all day Monday, 6 in the morning, about midnight, every day. Except for Tuesday night, I was up until about 2 o'clock because when I first fixed the website logins, I got locked out myself. I couldn't, I locked myself out of the website. So I fixed it all. You know, it's really just a matter of time. You're right. The vision is important. I've had this conversation with Claude. Like, am I a developer? What am I bringing to the table? Because I'm not writing any code, and Claude has assured me that actually I'm really a systems engineer. I'm a systems designer. Like, what I do is I come up with the idea.
Oh.
You know, I can all of the moving parts. That Claude doesn't do anything without my input and my decision making, and I'm the one that does. No, you did this, you did that, you did this. So it is.
That's
and this is work. Like
super good.
And it costs money.
You give me hopes now. Like I think I can start to play with different things, build different things. I'm just really glad, man. It is super impressive what you've done. And it started, well, not started, but you know, you came through DeOrganized 2 with 0 funding requests, and you ended up here building a full-on app that actually has utility, like generating a thread, like using your platform. That's super cool. And just to see that, journey is super impressive. And even like when we were doing the AI Guild, like we were really trying to encourage everybody to just try the vibe coding stuff, because this is the future. And we even got you on one of the session to try and just get up. My slogan is just get off 0, right? Just give it a try. And then from there, it's like confidence building, you know.
grants, AI BTC, AI working group, or AI, the AI Guild, Stacks AI Guild. Just you and Blockface before there was even an AI Guild. and doing DeOrganized, I have a ton of experience utilizing and leveraging ChatGPT. That's where it starts. I've learned how to manipulate that. It's in communication too. Having strong communication skills and being very descriptive and detailed and kind of sorting out the logic when you're putting in your prompts goes a long way towards it understanding what you're trying to tell it. Remember how Blockface used to say prompt like an Egyptian?
Yeah.
I don't remember this one. What does it mean? What does it mean?
I think he was just talking about how different languages communicate differently with the AI models, although they're getting better at interpretation anyway now. But still, if you give it a one-line prompt or you give it a 3-paragraph prompt, you're going to get very different results. And you also have to be willing to you have to be willing to iterate and to break stuff and then go back and fix it. And then I'm not going to bed right now. I thought I was, or it's okay if it's broken until the morning. I mean, that's where you're going to be.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
So anyway, that's thank you for indulging me. I appreciate you guys. This definitely wouldn't have happened without the two of you, along with many other people. And we're just getting started. There's so much opportunity here, So if you guys, come to the platform, set up an account, give me feedback. What do you want to see? What do you want as a creator on the platform or as a community manager on the platform? What tools would you like to be able to engage with your community or engage with your audience? I'll build it. Build it all. We can do it. It's just a matter of telling me what you want.
Yeah.
So thank you, Hero. Another fine episode of the Sip Show Friday. Which, you're always welcome to come on DeOrganized and talk about innovation and whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, we can always rebrand a little bit if we need to. Not trying to obligate you to anything now.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, next week probably my final SIPCO. So just I don't know what's happening after that, to be honest. Probably just have to foundation probably can make their decision. I don't even know. But yeah, just come join next Friday. Tune in. We'll have a good SIPCO.
Next Friday at 10:30. It starts here on DeOrganized.com live at 8:30 a.m. And we will be getting back to some daily streaming probably in the next few weeks as we tune out some of these tools. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Hero. Thank you, Stacks, for giving us the opportunity to do these. Thank you, GP, for being the ace co-host forever. Guys, take a break on the weekend, touch some grass, get some fun, and we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all on Monday. I broke GP. It's time we can wrap. It's done. I did it. I achieved it. Let's go.
We did it. We did it.
Have a great night, guys. Peace out.
Peace.